I really enjoyed Agnes. I think it was great acting. I think it was a great story. Um, and I think it was a really great way to look at these women and their conversations and the body language and their relationship and how it's like not vibing and figuring out why they've come together, why they're together is because of laundry. I think it was written really well. I think it was paced really well. I think it kind of flips this linear story on its head almost. And it makes it more dynamic and creative to watch. I think it was really great. I love the direction of it. I love the different shots. I loved the acting choices, the directing. It just all came together to be a really, really great piece. Very well done.
So it's a very, very interesting film. It's interesting that the entire story comes together without any dialogue whatsoever, and we get this sense of this strange relationship between these women. And it's interesting that all the clues and everything that we need to know about the story are from laundry. From laundry being found in the pond. So it was a really interesting way to tell a story. It's a roundabout way of telling this story about this strained relationship in a way that I haven't seen it done before. So very interesting, and based on a short story, as I could see. So very good. The actresses did a great job. It was a good script, well directed, good source material. Great use of music. So good job all around, and good luck with this. I hope it gets out there and gets seen.
Agnes, deeply atmospheric. The relative silence was both tranquil but almost oppressive. And it gave us the space to step inside her life, her routines, the general feels of her day, and the rituals until we find out why she seems to just be waiting and why she's here alone. I thought the music of M. Ward fit the film gorgeously, the environment, but also the longing and the waiting was picked up really beautifully by the lyrics. I really liked this piece, and I'm going to explore the source text as well.
I enjoyed Agnes a lot. I thought it was a really beautiful film. The music really added to the tone in this film, especially since it didn't have any dialogue. You really had to go off of what the music was telling you, what the images were telling you. I loved the symbolism of the clothes and how we weren't told right away where they were coming from, so it was sort of a mystery. And you could tell that they meant a great deal to the woman collecting them, and as the audience, you're sort of wondering what happened to have these clothes, thrown in the river. So I thought it was beautiful how they laid out the story for us so we could slowly unfold it and figure out what happened. And so I really enjoyed that realization at the end as we see the story. I thought the cinematography was also really beautiful, and overall a great film. So I really enjoyed this one.
Agnes, or I thought this was really, really powerful and really, really interesting and intriguing. I thought that it was really, really fascinating and really compelling not to have any dialogue throughout the entire thing, and to have only the music and then obviously what you were seeing, and have that just kind of guide the entire movie. And I thought that was a really interesting choice, not to have any dialogue, just to, get your point across with setting the emotional tone with whatever music you're choosing, and then having the actress on stage, or not on stage, on screen, be the one to, try and get your entire message across. I thought it was really, really beautiful. I also thought it was heartbreaking, and they were able to kind of reveal the story in these slow kind of moments between getting the first, 2 or 3 pieces of clothing, and then you get more and more, and you get these flashbacks, and I really liked how they kind of revealed everything, because it was a nice, emotional build for the audience.
You can sense that this home is not at peace. It may have to do with the muted green colors drowning this space. She's washing Agnes's shirt, leaving us to question who is Agnes. And through the use of music, we can catch the sense of sadness as she slams her soup into the sink, only confirms this. And we get an extreme close up shot of water and ladybugs, pointing out that this may be a sense of healing, evolution, protection, or grace. And you get the sense that Agnes might be dead. Being with her in the moment as she sits upon the rocks, it brings a sense of peace. I found myself listening to the birds chirping, losing myself in the waves. She comes across this bold red sweater in the water, and it leaves you to start questioning, where are these clothes coming from? Do they belong to a body? She's collecting clothes from the stream. Resourceful and sustainable, but why? I ask myself. And my favorite camera setup is the exterior long shot where she stares at us from the attic window. Between the camera work, lighting, and music composed within this scene, it kind of gives an audience an unsettling feeling, deriving inspiration such as Hereditary, perhaps. The clothes keep being collected as she treasures them in her nightstand, and I'm convinced she might be a murderer when when it shows us what actually happens, what actually took place, and we're left with this dirty secret that this mother could possibly believe that her daughter is dead. As Agnes angrily ran off, she tosses all of her clothes, including the sweater that she's wearing, into the river. This piece does leave you with a circling amount of theories and questions in the end. I wish we had a more focused moment with the sweater versus the Agnes baseball tee. If she had used the red sweater, I think that would have been a home hitter for me. I don't think it's necessary that we know the name from the start. I personally would be okay with discovering that information along the way. I think that would also change me from thinking that this woman could potentially be a murderer, but I'm not 100% sure that was the intention that the director wanted me to make within their vision. So I'm definitely left with questions for sure.